GEBE relief for our people. I decided that I'm going to make a proposal to GEBE and the government of this country so that our people can receive some serious relief when it comes to paying their outstanding bills moving forward. But to do this, we need to understand what we're up against. Many working people in Maarten, 75% actually lives under the livable wage of 3,500 guilders a month, according to the statistics at our social insurance entity. I ain't making this up. You all don't believe me? Go and check. Go by SFV, you can see exactly what they earn. And when you see what they earn, we got 22,000 people working. Do the math. Then you come back and talk to me. About 54% of the working class, which is about 11,000 families, earn minimum wage. Minimum wage, 54% of our country. GEBE itself is in a serious financial cash flow and needs to collect their monies so they can meet their expenses, including fuel, taxes, payroll, etc., parts for engines, etc. GEBE is a company whose services are basic necessities, just like healthcare and the hospital. Those are basic necessities. Without funds, they cannot buy the needed fuel, for example, to make electricity. So they too need money. Since the hack last year, March, the company has coped with many issues of billing and collection, allowing huge outstandings to be created by their consumers. Payment plans offered presently aren't really working for most people, and thus many persons will put themselves in positions, very serious financial positions. They're taking loans at the bank to pay right now. So instead of car loans, now they're taking GEBE loans so that they can go and pay. But because you don't have something to sell, like a car, you could sell it and get back money. GEBE bills, you can't sell them. They are only putting themselves deeper and deeper into financial problems. But what I found a little remarkable also with GEBE itself was that they were sending you late fees. But you can't send me a late fee if you don't give me a bill. A lot of people don't have bills, and when they get the printouts of everything, suddenly you start to see late fees. And you have to ask yourself a question, a late fee for what? You never gave me the bill. Telling me to pay something that I don't know what I owe. You can't give me a late fee. I think you all need to check that and remove those 10 guilder late fees. It is wrong to do at this point in time. I think a lot of people are doing whatever they can not to get caught. And that means whatever they got to do. Let me make a little simple proposal to everybody. I think we need to create an 18-month payment plan for all consumers to have their outstandings paid over 18 months, 18 equal increments. So if you owe 1,800 guilders, you pay 100 guilders every month for the next 18 months. If you owe 3,600 guilders, you pay 200 guilders every month. If you owe 5,400, you pay 300 guilders every month for the next 18 months. But you must do this while staying current. You gotta pay your bill, and then you pay the balances of what you owe over 18 months. If we do something like this, it means GEBE is not going to be getting their money in one shot, but you're going to get it over 18 months. So we have to look at a few things. Who does GEBE have to pay every month? Few people. The people that supply them fuel, the government for taxes, concessions, parts. So which ones? He ain't gonna give you a break. The people for the parts, they want their money. People for the fuel, they want their money. So concession and taxes hanging around. Those are government. Now, what can government do to give GEBE a break? To not pay taxes for 18 months, so that that money can be used to keep GEBE operational, or that GEBE doesn't pay concession. Concession is about 5-6 million, so it isn't that much compared to what's outstanding. So again, we gotta find where government can give GEBE a much needed break so that they can keep their heads above water and sail through while not crucifying the residents of this country for money that they don't have at this point in time. That is one alternative. Another alternative is to also look at the taxes imposed on the fuel. Fuel is going up in the next few months and it's going to go up high. What is going to happen with the throughput fee, for example, at the harbor? Because I think that throughput fee is tied to the harbor loans and the harbor income. I think there might be a problem, but maybe we can discuss this and see if this can be mitigated. When you look at the fuel in the newspaper, gasoline and diesel, and I know GEBE also uses diesel, you realize that government charges turnover tax twice. Not once, twice. That's why turnover tax is so dangerous. Because first the distributor pays 5% turnover tax, and then the retailer pays 5% turnover tax. So in reality, the government is getting 10%, if not a little more, exponentially on those taxes. And then they get more money on whatever else they have in the breakdown of the fuel. Maybe here too, government can look a minute and say, okay, where are we going? Because when you look at gas prices, in America, it's about $3.88, give and take, a gallon, on average, $3.88. And they expect it by year end to be down to $3.32. By us, right now we pay about $2.60. So if you multiply that by 3.7, you will understand that we are looking easily at $4.50, $5, $4.50 to $5 a gallon of fuel. A whole maybe 25% higher than in America. Food for thought, people. Food for thought. So again, like I said, I think if we look at it from that angle, I think we can do something for the people in Maarten, that they get an 18-month payment plan, you sign for it, you stay current with your monthly bills, and you pay 1/18th, or if they want to do it for 2 years, you pay 1/24th on your outstanding bills. And in that way, God's willing, you can get out of this crisis. And as GEBE gets back their money, they owe government the monies that they didn't pay that time. It isn't as if GEBE gonna keep the money and make a profit. No. You are giving GEBE a credit line. You're facilitating them. You should have paid me $100,000 in taxes. I will waive that for 2 years. But after that, they're coming for more money. That's what we're talking about. I ain't talking about giving them no handouts. No, that's not needed. Government need their money to do their things. But right now, government can stretch differently. That's what I'm talking about.